Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
James Hill at IFL TV in association with Matt Klitschkko. With me, I've got Mick Hennessy from Hennessy Sports. We're at the press conference today for Tyson Fury's WLADIMIR KLITSCHKO 2, the rematch. Everything's done and agreed. Firstly, how are you, Mick?
Yeah, very good, James. Very good. Would have been a lot happier with Tyson here today because obviously he livens these press conferences up, and you can see they're pretty dull and flat without him. So would have been nice to have him here.
The disappointment was etched on everyone's faces. You could see clearly how disappointed it was, the members of the media and even the Klitschko team, that he wasn't here. What was the reason for his absence?
Basically, we need to get to the bottom of it properly, but because his battery went as well whilst he was in transit. But he came down with a friend. They were in very, very heavy traffic, and then the cars broke down. So he's had a bit of a nightmare of a journey, and basically we're struggling to speak to him because his battery went as well. So that's as much as we've got at the moment, but we will be obviously speaking to Tyson later.
Has Tyson Fury, in your mind, set out to give WLADIMIR KLITSCHKO the runabout? Do you think this is some sort of mind game by Tyson?
No, not at all. As I said up there, he's never missed a press conference ever. In fact, the only thing that's being missed here today is everyone's missing him because he's such an entertainer. You know, worldwide you go to press conferences, they're flat, they're boring. Even with top fighters, he's the only person worldwide who you never know what you're going to get, and everyone looks forward to his press conferences. So, we're all the losers here today. It's someone was criticising Tyson out there, but I can tell you he's been the consummate professional his whole career. Never missed one, never missed a press call that we've put him in touch with, and this is unusual, and we're all a bit shocked.
In Germany, it was known sort of as the WLADIMIR KLITSCHKO show. Was Tyson happy with the way he was sort of treated at it, with the media obligations and stuff in Germany?
There was quite a few things he weren't happy about within Germany, obviously, and we had to battle those, and we've resolved them as a team. But he's been more unhappy with the response he's had since he's won the title back here, really. From everywhere, from the media, from some parts of the public, from certain establishments. There's to say he's been treated badly is an understatement. It really is.
Do you think Tyson Fury beating WLADIMIR KLITSCHKO is one of the iconic moments in boxing? And do you feel that it's been underplayed, mate?
I feel like it's been underplayed big time. I feel like it's one of the biggest wins ever, especially coming from a fighter from the UK and Ireland. It couldn't have been underplayed more, could it? I mean, there's obviously certain people at work and certain forces at work because he's been treated shabbily. I mean, that win there, to become the linear champion and the Ring Magazine champion and beating the man, the absolute, an absolute feared
someone who hadn't lost in 11 years.
Yeah, 11 years, a feared heavyweight legend in WLADIMIR KLITSCHKO in his own backyard. I mean, do achievements get any bigger than that?
Do you think
in any sport?
Do you think history will appreciate Tyson Fury more than people do at this moment in time, mate?
Big time. And the other thing as well, I think he'll be, when he eventually leaves the game, he will be sorely missed because, who's brought as much entertainment and much fun and unpredictability to the table? Who's brought that in? Like, if you go back the last couple of decades, who's done that? I mean, people genuinely love him or hate him, genuinely look forward to seeing him at media calls and press conferences.
It's been quite a testing time for you guys getting this rematch.
Yeah.
It's been well documented, the stuff outside of the ring, it's been in the papers and stuff. Is there anything you can sort of say on what's been happening?
No, but what I would like to do is I'd like to congratulate all parties, like Peter, Team Fury, especially Tyson, BoxNation, Frank and Bill, HBO, RTL, for keeping this together because it's been it's been hard. Everyone's had to work hard. K2 as well. I'd like to thank everyone concerned, because of all the obstacles we've had in our way, it's been hard to say the least, and we've all worked tirelessly to make sure that this fight is happening.
Any news on sort of the undercard for October 29th? Is there anything you can tell me?
Well, certainly Hughie Fury's fighting Andy Ruiz Jr. Cracking fight, WB Intercontinental title defence, and an eliminator for the title. And Billy Joe Saunders is on the card. Fantastic addition to the card. Obviously, there's more news to come about that tomorrow. There's much of the same undercard there was before, because certain people we need to look after. There is potential for Lenny Dawes, Nieto to be on the card.
That cheered me up. You see me face light up about that. Big fans of Lenny Dawes on IFL, mate.
Yeah, that's a fight that I'm looking to place on the card. I've informed everyone that I'm looking to put it on the card, and I'm just waiting for contracts to be signed with the Italians. So, with Nieto's team, basically.
If Fury's victorious again, do you think this will cement his legacy in sport and people will start giving him the respect he demands and deserves?
Yeah, of course. I mean, people can say what they want. They can put it down to this, that, or the other. Wladimir Klitschko is the perfect specimen of an athlete and a heavyweight. He's always in the best condition. He's never underprepared. He's always prepared. He doesn't take fights unless he's 100%. Tyson beat the real deal on the 28th of November. He beat, one of the best heavyweights that's ever lived. In some people's minds, the best ever heavyweight. And he done it in style. He done it because he's unique, he's brilliant, he's talented, he's mentally strong. He's a unique person, a unique fighter, and he done something special. And it really is sad to see that certain quarters haven't given him the credit that he deserves, because he really is a phenomenon.
People still talk about Henry Cooper's fight against Muhammad Ali now. I'm not in no way comparing Muhammad Ali to Klitschko, but it's different generations, and Klitschko's a champion of our generation. Yeah. With that having said, and the sort of the love and affectionate way people recall talking about that, where does that leave Tyson Fury in his achievements?
Well, I'm sure all the thousands of people who travelled out to Dusseldorf will absolutely love Tyson and speak so highly of him, because they had one of the best weekends ever. It was, they partied all weekend. They witnessed one of the biggest upsets in boxing history, and they'll talk fondly of him. It's only certain areas, certain places in the media, from certain broadcasters to certain media outlets to certain that have basically played him down, and it's all wrong, because all of these outlets will miss him when he's gone. They will miss what he brings to the table. We all will. Everyone, anyone who loves boxing, anyone in sport, because everyone loves that sort of unpredictability.
Do you think Klitschko made a bit of a mistake in giving Tyson Fury this shot? Because if you look at the way Klitschko dealt with Cunningham to when Fury fought Cunningham and he got caught by Cunningham, do you think Klitschko in his own mind thought it would be an easier defence?
Look, I mean, when you're a champion and you actually put a fight together that doesn't go to a purse bid, there's always an option involved. And basically, they wanted that option in place just for the simple reason, in case something went wrong. Wladimir had an injury, Wladimir got cut, something stopped the fight. They weren't thinking he was going to get beat, never in a million years. But now you've got a different scenario. You've got someone who, he hasn't been in this position for over 11 years. He's the underdog. Well, for people who understand and know boxing, he's someone who's got everything to prove, and he's hungry, and that might bring out a different aspect of Wladimir Klitschko. We might get something we've never seen from Wladimir, and that's why Peter and Tyson are consummate professionals, and there'll be a plan A and there'll be a plan B.
As the inactivity and the stressing out trying to get this fight made, has it put a lot of pressure on your own shoulders, Mick? I mean, away in your own company, trying to sort this out.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, you can't sort of like hide these things. They do. It's a 24/7 job. You know, when I say, like, me and Peter for the last 4 weeks, we've been speaking on the phone, like, you know, up to 4 hours a night, sometimes on the phone till 2 in the morning, trying, you know, strategizing and you know, working out, you know, all these different, you know, forces we got coming at us. You know, we've got to deal with them, and we can deal with them, and the reason we can deal with them is because we're telling the truth. We've got nothing to hide.
Listen, mate, it's great to get you back on the channel. I really do appreciate it. Gutted we didn't see the big man here today, because he would have livened up what was, and otherwise, not a great spectacle. But
well, look, we're all flat. We're all flat. Everyone's flat. I'm flat at press conferences. A lot of us are. He's the only one who livens them up. So
I do hope he's all right wherever he is. I hope he's not too bad in traffic or whatever the case is, and hopefully we get to catch him up real soon.
Yeah. If you're seeing this, Tyson, give me a bell.
£5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.